Hey, church, I just wanted to share with you a couple insights into what I'm studying while I'm here in Nepal. I want to point your attention to Isaiah chapter 26. Now, this is written as a song to be sung in contrast to the previous chapters. In Isaiah chapters 24 and 25, God's calling out Isaiah's people. He told them that their trust in the walls of Jerusalem is misplaced. Now, Jerusalem's a city that's set on top of a hill, and the topography and the structure of the city made it hard to attack and easy to defend in ancient warfare. So the people of Jerusalem thought that their mighty city would never fall. Sound familiar? Isaiah 26, though, shifts focus, and God envisioned a day when this amazing city would undergo a transformation, and it would be truly safe. It was a vision of the end of time, and Isaiah wrote a song about praising God related to that. So let's look at the vision that God gives of this new city. You see, God sets up salvation in this city like the supports of walls and called bulwarks and walls themselves. It's God's salvation that will keep you safe. You don't have to trust in man made walls. And God will keep this city so safe that they won't even have to shut the main entrance to this city. This city will be kept open so that anyone who is committed to God can come inside. This salvation is available to all those who are willing to live under God's authority. Now, what is the criteria for coming inside and staying safe? Well, it's trust. So let's focus in on verse 3 here. Now, it says, "You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you." Now, peace is going to be the focus of our kind of upcoming study here, and this is just the first of many. So he reiterated this idea of trust in the next verse too: trust in the Lord forever, and the Lord God is an everlasting rock. Now, trust is placing one's confidence into something or someone. So according to these verses, there's a link here between trust and peace. So let's look into that link. Well, first of all, the main focus of this is on God. The you at the beginning is God. We are the him. God is going to do something if we trust him. Now, isn't that good news? That we can rely on God for the outcome. We don't have to try to manipulate the outcome of events. We don't have to stress about him. It's God that does the keeping. So what does it mean for God to keep us? Well, this word is translated in other passages as guard or watch over or protect. The image here is that God is like that watchman on the tower of the city that guards us, that sees us, that protects us. And he's powerful enough to do something about it. We can trust that. A peace that's referred to here is the Hebrew word shalom. Now, it's more than just an inner sense of contentment. It's security, it's relational harmony, it's the wholeness of individuals and communities. Shalom is a huge word in the Bible. And in this passage, it carries with it the idea that when God comes like a king to lead us, everything will be made right. We don't have to wait until the end of time, though, to experience this lasting peace, because there's another insight here that shows us that how we can put this into play right now. Now, the person who experiences perfect peace does one thing here, just one thing. His mind is stayed on God. Now, what's this mean? Well, stayed here means to put weight on something or to lean into something. And the mind is a little bit more expansive than just what we're thinking. It's kind of the intentions and thoughts of our hearts. So let's put all this together. Trusting in God means that the real intentions of our heart and our mind are leaned into God. Now, if we do this, the outcome will be peace that won't go away because God's in charge and it's God who sees us. Remember the beginning of the passage. It's God's salvation that we're trusting, not the external world that we see around us. We can trust our eternal King to keep us safe. And isn't that good news in these rocky days? So let me ask you, how are you doing with trusting? I know this virus has the whole world on edge. It sure does here in Kathmandu. It's easy to desire the safety of seclusion. It's a scary world out there, and we have to be wise in how we interact. But if we want peace through these turbulent times, we've got to set our intentions into leaning into God's ways and not our own. So let's use our time wisely. Let's study something that we haven't done before. Let's read the Bible consistently. Let's push into relationships with each other, even if it means by the phone. Just want you to know, guys, that I love you, and I can't wait to be home and be with you again. So I hope this encourages your heart today as it's encouraged mine. Blessings.